What do you have to say to the haters now?
Keep on hating. Let's do it.
So listen, if you're an NFL head coach or NFL GM, listen up right now.
Blue 42! Say hot! Say hot! Hot!
Tough, accurate, poised, clutch.
My whole thing is to always stay hungry and always stay in the hunter mentality.
He's going to beat you from the pocket. He's going to try and beat you with his eyes, anticipation, accuracy.
Toughness, not an issue. Poise, not an issue. And I love the short memory that he has.
Becoming a well-rounded quarterback is so valuable in today's day and game.
How about the toughness, man?
And he's tough, man.
Tough.
He's got bruises all over him.
Yeah. When he got hit in the first play,
Bro,
he got wrecked. I think he laid there because his mind was like, you should feel hurt. You should feel hurt. And he's laying there, but I don't.
I don't feel pain.
But I don't feel pain.
Watch him sit in there against Ohio State and get his face knocked off. A lot of other guys would melt him, and he just goes out for a couple plays, comes right back in, and off they go, and they beat Ohio State.
Because his brain said, I have to win this game.
He is RoboCop.
That's a great analogy. He is RoboCop.
He is RoboCop.
You know when he used to sight in when he came back and he had to shoot the gun at the can?
Yeah.
That's RoboCop.
I loved it. He was awesome. And then to make that throw, late in the game down the right rail.
Unreal.
I'm like, yeah, I'm in. I'm good.
Yeah. I saw that
too. And I love that he's quirky.
Oh, he's kind of dorky or he's goofy.
Fernando Mendoza is a weird dude. He's a dorky dude. He's all of those things. I don't care.
If Mendoza were to DM an OnlyFans girl on Instagram, he may just be asking her if she wants this life.
If he reads it, eats it, sleeps it, dissects it, if he breathes, if everything in his life is football and he can go out and handle this platform, I would take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I don't think anybody cares when you sit in the pocket and take your medicine, take big hits and deliver strikes and win games and you're clutch. Nobody really cares about that.
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Kirk.
Yeah.
Accurate.
I think he sees sounds.
Tall in the pocket.
There is a lot of Matt Ryan when Matt Ryan was coming out of Boston College. How you watch him.
The easiest comp for him in the NFL currently is another former Golden Bear and former #1 overall pick in Detroit Lions Pro Bowler Jared Goff.
He's different, and that's good because you know what? He knows who he is.
How would Fernando fit in my system?
If you ever listen to his post-game interviews, pre-game interviews, always a smile.
I mean, shout out the Hoggies. The Hoggies did fantastic today. Without them, we wouldn't be 38-3.
I love his interviews. I love Mendoza's interviews more than I need air to breathe. I love that.
Usually you do an interview, they say, look at the person. He looks directly into this lens.
into your soul.
As he's holding the mic and tells you.
With passion.
And doesn't miss a word.
So much passion.
So much. Like I feel like his brain moves at like 1.5 speed.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Well, we're all at 1.0.
Yeah. That's right.
I don't want to put any quotes out there, but early in the week, I heard that their defensive coordinator was complimenting our run game, but was still a little iffy on our pass game. So I'm really glad that we're able to show what we can do in the pass game. And, you could always disrespect me, whatever. But when you disrespect my receivers, my tight ends, my O-line, and our pass game, that I take that to heart.
Like completely unapologetically himself. And I think that's an important thing that we overlook a lot of times with these quarterbacks. Do they know themselves? Are they mature enough to handle what's about to come to them as a starting quarterback in the NFL?
What do they chant in Bloomington?
Heisman Mendoza.
Over there and over there.
Heisman Mendoza.
Yes, pretty good name.
The best quarterbacks, the best coaches, the best everybody ever been around are the competitive nut jobs. I mean, where you play ping pong with them and you're in a street fight. They come to practice, and Tom Brady taught me this.
Tom Brady, that's my guy. I grew up watching him. He's my football idol. Our football role model to follow is always Tom Brady, as Tom Brady is my football idol. He's someone that I've looked up to my entire life, and I really not only love his play on the field, but his resilience. And when I was a third string, second stringer, as Tom Brady also said, is when I would go out there for my 2 reps, 3 reps, 4 reps, I'd make those like the Super Bowl. Even though I'd barely practice, I made sure those reps, I would look for those reps all day.
But he's got good enough size, definitely, checks all those boxes. He's strong, he's sturdy. He's incredibly bright.
Only social media I do check is LinkedIn and YouTube.
That's right, LinkedIn. Mendoza is a business school grad.
Graduated Berkeley, University of California, Berkeley in 3 years. At that point, I had my degree.
A bookworm with dreams of someday holding an office in the C-suite of a major company.
If there were 25 hours in a day, he'd spend all 25 preparing. I mean, he wants to be great, and he does everything he can to be great.
I looked over there and I saw his hips turn, his hips and eyes turn. So at that point, all I knew, I needed to just beat that boundary curl defender and beat that boundary safety.
I got
Fernando,
stop you.
do you see Coach's
Rob,
face right now? Hold on.
Rob,
Look at your
this
face,
is like the
Coach
best
Meyer.
shit I've ever heard.
This is what I'm saying.
This is
Fernando, look at
All
his
right, now.
smile. This is as intense and happy as he's been in years.
Hey, that's real ball.
That's
like when
real
I'm
shit,
listening to you talk, man, I played with Drew Brees, the first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm hearing a lot of him, like just the knowledge of route concepts, the knowledge of coverages, the knowledge of knowing how to go through progressions.
He's just got it between the ears. That, to me, I think is the biggest deal. I mean, the guy obviously can make all the throws. It's interesting to hear what Tom Brady had said about Fernando Mendoza.
Oh, I love everything about his game. Certainly, his leadership is what stands out to me. It's his relatability to his teammates, and he's overcome a lot of things in his career. He's a Miami kid, went to Cal, to Indiana, and then you go to a program that hasn't won anything in forever. And what he's done this season was so impressive.
Well, look at the Raiders. They haven't won anything in forever since Lincoln was doing it. And, well, they need a leader.
I can hear how horny Tom Brady is for Mendoza. He's literally everything he's been talking about quarterbacks since he's talked about quarterbacks. Like Mendoza personifies every single thing he talks about.
Listen, Raiders fans are eager to see if their quarterback problem can be solved at the top of next year's draft.
Should they and will they go for a quarterback?
Yes. Unequivocally, yes.
Happy New Year, Raider fans. The year of Fernando Mendoza.
He is the type of quarterback that can elevate this Raider franchise that we've waited for so long for.
I think he is a freaking perfect fit with Raider Nation and with the Las Vegas Raiders organization.
I like the kid, man. I like it. He's genuine.
I look at a guy like Fernando Mendoza and say, yeah, I can get on board with that. I could understand, why the Raiders would want to take him.
I have to say this. Some fans are holding on to this Jamarcus Russell trauma like it's a safety blanket. You got to let that go. You got to let that go.
He's got that it factor that he's a winner. And I think Tom Brady can work with that.
Mendoza is a bit of an oddball, but like he's this guy. He's steady Eddie in terms of on the field, and I think that's exactly what the Raiders need.
Comes from a great family. If you saw him speak at the Heisman Trophy, he's a really sharp kid.
I was only a 2-star prospect. I only had one scholarship offer. But my family's unconditional love and belief kept me going and pushed me forward. These are the people who built me long before football did.
The Heisman speech, I want every kid out there who feels overlooked, underestimated to know I was you. You don't need the most stars, hype. You just need discipline, heart, and people who believe in you, and you need to believe in your own abilities.
Mommy, this is your trophy as much as it is mine. You've always been my biggest fan. You're my light. You're my why. You're my biggest supporter. Your sacrifices, courage, love, those have been my first playbook and the playbook that I'm going to carry through my side through my entire life. You taught me that toughness doesn't need to be loud. It can be quiet and strong. It's choosing hope. It's believing in yourself when the world doesn't give you much reason to. Together, you and I are rewriting what people think is possible. I love you.
So my mom is my light, my inspiration. When I had no offers coming out of high school, she was, hey, keep on praying. It's going to come.
At the heart of Fernando's success is home. In almost every interview, he mentions two things, his faith and his family.
My role model and my idol is my dad and my mom, and I love them to death.
She is the most optimistic, positive person and our inspiration.
And everything that she's basically told me that's going to come to light has always.
I'm so proud to be able to play for them and, because they're my why, especially my mom, they're my why.
Fernando and Alberto's mom, Elsa, is living with multiple sclerosis.
She's my inspiration and my positive hope. To see her fight multiple sclerosis, whenever, she's fighting and having a hard day, it gives myself no excuse if I have a bad practice, if I have a bad lift, to not study and watch more film, because she is my why and I do it for her.
So who exactly is Fernando Mendoza? To answer that, we had to go 1,200 miles south to Miami, Florida.
I was a raw product. No, I wasn't cooked all the way. I was rare, and now I'm medium rare, medium well.
Meet Dave Dunn. He coached Mendoza at Columbus High School in Miami.
Yeah, he's a football nerd. He's super intelligent, and I don't mean football nerd in a bad way.
This isn't an insult.
Yes, he showed up to his very first meeting with me when he was 15 years old with a notebook and a pen, and he took notes in every single meeting.
I was never a large recruit. I was a 2 out of 5-star recruit. When I was ranked a 2-star, don't get me wrong, I wasn't happy about it. I was a little pissed. I was like, oh, come on, I'm better than that guy. I'm better than that guy.
Yeah.
But I was like, wow, what a great goal to work towards, to prove people wrong.
I was even calling friends in the industry that I'm like, I'm not saying this kid's a can't miss. I go, but he's pretty darn close
You
to
should
it.
look at him.
And nobody would bite.
I would love to have been a 5-star. I would love to have been invited to the Elite 11 finals and all these other great accomplishments that some of my brothers in the class of 2022 were able to experience. I think it's the beauty of the journey. It's the beauty of coming up from a 2-star recruit to then going to Cal as, the lowest recruit in the Pac-12 at that point.
Amazing.
And the lowest recruit on my team ranked, and then ended up starting there and then keep on going and keep on going and keep on improving and becoming a raw prospect to a little bit more refined. And I still see myself as a raw prospect. I still see myself as a raw piece of steak, and I need to go and learn how to season it, learn how to cook it, and in order so I can become a ripe, nice,
you want to stay medium rare. You don't want to be well done though. So.
No, not well done.
It sounds like your youth football career did not start, like this was not preordained, or this was not your destiny.
There were some growing pains. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you about that. Everybody wants to be the star. I didn't really want to be the star. I wanted to throw the ball. Although I was a pretty terrible football player at that point in time, I still had the confidence that I could be a good quarterback one day. I went to a middle school and high school. They were running a wing T system, which means you only throw the ball 2 or 3 times a game. I wanted to play college football, and all I could think about is, I think I need to make a change. I went to the other school, worked my way up to 3rd string. The starter and the backup get hurt, end up playing, end up winning the first state championship in school history. That risk has allowed me to take larger risks later on, including the transfer portal. When I first played football, I was the 3rd string quarterback, 2nd string tight end, and I was the 2nd string defensive end. I was always trying to get on the field. But my parents, my mom especially, was always like, you want to be because I wanted to be a quarterback. She's like, if you want to be a quarterback, you stick to the quarterback. Have that confidence, even though I was terrible. And looking back on videos of my youth football, evidently I was kind of a liability out there. I was not very good. Look back at some point, and the way the 6th graders throw the ball now, even elementary school kids throw the ball now. I mean, I was just launching a grenade every single player, just shot putting the ball. So I definitely came a long way. But I thought I was a lot better than I actually was. And I think that's the unwavering belief and confidence that my parents instilled in me. They're like, hey, Fernando, you got it. You keep on working in the backyard, keep on throwing to the net. To have that confidence instilled from my parents that you could do this. Although I would kind of look at myself and, hey, I might have only completed 3 balls in this entire game. Like, maybe I should switch to tight end or something. I love learning, whether it's, learning a playbook, learning somebody new and, creating a relationship with a new friend, whether it's learning a new language or a new term in finance, whatever it is. I really enjoy learning. I think that's the goal of life. I always try to learn. I always read every single night. And that's a big thing is I want to keep on improving like I have every single year in college football. I want to inspire young Latino kids, and I want to always represent my culture to the highest.
It's hard for me to imagine that Fernando Mendoza is not the #1 pick.